everyone, guys. Good morning, all of you. My name is Afreen Azmat, and I welcome you all to today's session. So, today we are going to discuss national income and GDP concepts. So, in this class, I'm going to discuss you different sets. The main thing which I'm going to be teaching in this class is the three main sets of the national income, how to calculate that, and how to calculate the formulas that are related to national income. Okay, so let's start discussing with the very first thing. Let us start discussing the important thing. First of all, the GDP and GNP concept. What is GDP and what is GNP? First, when we are talking about GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product means in our domestic boundary. In our domestic boundary, the value of all final goods and services that has been produced in a domestic boundary, that can be by either by Indian or by foreigner. The main thing is we have to calculate all the value of final goods and services that is produced within our domestic boundary. That is known as GDP. That is known as gross domestic product. Now, what is gross national product? Gross national product means when we are concerned with the income of Indians that are either living in India or abroad. So, in the national, we are concerned with Indians. In the domestic, we are concerned with only the domestic boundary. So if we are concerned with the domestic boundary, then it is GDP. Then if we are concerned with Indian, then it is known as the national product. Now, first of all, if we talk about the GDP, gross domestic product is equals to all the income that has been produced within the domestic boundary, whether it is by the income of Indians or by foreigners. Both are included in it, whether it is the income of Indians or the foreigners. Okay. Now, what is gross national product? So, in gross national product, while calculating the gross national product, I have to concern with only whom. I have to make the concern with only and only Indians who are either living in India or abroad. Now, how? So, in gross national product, while calculating the gross national product, first, from this GDP, gross domestic product, first I have to subtract all the income of Indians, which are, sorry, all the income of the foreigners, which are actually earning in India, but they are remitting outside India. See, because in GDP, everything is included, which is produced within the country. But we are, when concerned with the national product, now we have concern only with the income of Indians mainly. So, while calculating the gross national product, first, from this GDP, gross domestic product, I have to subtract the income of the foreigner, the income of the foreigner which are earning in India but they are remitting outside India. And we have to add the income of Indians which are actually earning outside India but they are remitting to India. Okay. Now, in this process, this income of Indians living outside India minus income of foreigners living inside India. When we subtract this from this, we get what? Net foreign income. We get net foreign income. Net foreign income is income of Indians living outside India remitting to India minus income of foreigners living in India remitting outside India. Export minus import, you can say. Now, if in this whole formula I will add plus or bracket, this doesn't change the formula, so I have add this plus and bracket. So the final formula is gross national product is equals to gross domestic product plus net foreign income from abroad. So this is the final formula. So GDP, gross domestic product, means all the income that is earned in India, in the domestic boundary of India, whether it is by income of India or by Indians or by foreigners. Next, if we talk about the gross national product, from calculating gross national product, first we have to subtract what? First we have to subtract all the income of foreigners which are earned in India but remitted outside India, and add all the income of Indians which are outside India but remitted to India. Now this minus this, we will get net foreign income. So the final formula is gross national product is equals to gross domestic product plus net foreign income from abroad. Now how to convert it? Very simple. See, this is GDP, this is GNP. Okay, so GNP is all inclusive of net foreign income and GDP is all exclusive of net foreign income. Because if we have to add it, GDP, we have to add this to obtain this. So for example, if I have to answer that GNP is converted to GDP. If we want to convert GNP into GDP, then what? Then GNP into GDP, the formula is GNP minus NFI is equals to GDP. Means if we want to convert gross national product into domestic product, we have to subtract net foreign income. So here we have to subtract net foreign income. Okay. Now, if I have to convert GDP into GNP, if I have to convert gross domestic product into national product, simple, I have to add net foreign income. I have to add what? Net foreign. Clear? Now, the second set is gross and net. What is gross? What is net? So, gross is the total aggregate value without any deduction. If we are taking the total value, if we are taking the aggregate value without any deduction, then it is known as a gross. When it is known as what? Then it is known as gross. Net means what? Net means when we have subtracted all type of deductions from the gross, we are getting the net value. So gross means aggregate of all. So if we deduct all type of deductions from gross, we are getting the net value. Okay. Now, if we talk about this deduction in national income, it is known as depreciation. In national income, it is known as depreciation. So, the final formula is gross minus depreciation is equals to net. The final formula is gross minus depreciation is equals to net. Okay. So, the formula is gross minus depreciation is equals to net. For example, if I'm writing this gross and if I'm writing this net, okay. Net is the final value, gross is the total value. If net is to be converted into gross, if net is to convert it into gross, then you can see this, okay. So, gross is equals to net plus depreciation. So if net has been converted to gross, we have to add depreciation. And if gross is converted into net, we have to subtract depreciation. So the first formula was GDP. Sorry, gross national product is equal to gross domestic product plus net foreign income from abroad. Okay, this was the first formula. Second formula says that, okay, gross minus depreciation is equals to net. Clear? Done? Okay. The third formula is actually market price and factor cost. Now, how market price and factor cost is converted to each other? Market price. First of all, what is market price? Price at which product is sold in a market. The price at which a product is sold in the market, that is known as market price. Factor cost means price at which product is produced in industry. So the price at which a product is produced in the industry, that is known as the factor cost. The price at which a product is sold in the market, that is known as the market price. And you all know that market price and factor costs are different. For example, product is produced at rupees 100 and now it is sold in the market at rupees 150. Now there is a difference of rupees 50 and this difference is how? Now how this difference is? So first of all, we have to what? In factor cost, we have to first add all type of indirect taxes which the government has imposed on these goods and services. So first of all, factor cost plus all type of indirect taxes. We have to add all type of indirect taxes here. Minus what? All type of subsidies. Minus what? All type. If government has given any type of subsidy, then we have to subtract all type of subsidies from here. Then we will get the market price. Okay. Now, this process, indirect taxes minus subsidy, in national income, it is called as net indirect taxes. What is net indirect taxes? Net indirect taxes means all type of indirect taxes minus all type of subsidies. Okay. Now, if we add again the plus in bracket, formula will not change. So the final formula is factor cost plus this bracket has been replaced with net indirect taxes. So the final is get price. Clear? Done? So this is the three formula. First of all, GDP and GNP, gross domestic product and gross national product. And the difference between GDP and GNP is the net foreign income. Second, there is market price and factor cost. The difference between market price and factor cost is net indirect taxes. And the third is gross and net. The difference between gross and net is the depreciation. The first formula was GNP, gross national product, is equals to GDP plus net foreign income from abroad. Second formula, gross minus depreciation is equals to net. And the third formula is market price minus net indirect taxes is equals to factor cost, or you can say factor cost plus indirect taxes. Net indirect taxes is equals to market price. Clear? So this was the three formula which is very important in the national income topic. Now next thing, economic performance. See, there are different things which have written and what interprets what. This is very important thing in this chapter. For example, if we talk about the GDP growth rate, GDP represent the performance of the economy. Per capita represent the economic development. Compensation of the employee, this is represented by the labor cost. Saving GDP, saving rate of nation. Saving gross capital formation, this actually domestic funding of investment. This you have to learn because this is the indication, economic performance indication. For example, if we talk about the GDP growth rate, and we are talking about the economical development. Okay, if we are talking about the per capita, we are talking about the economic development comparison between two countries. Okay, so this you have to learn. Now, if we talk about the calculation of the national income, always remember that national income is calculated into three ways. There are three ways to calculate national income. What are these three ways? First of all, there is an expenditure method. Second, there is an income method. And third, there is production, or you can say the value added method. So there are only and only three ways to calculate national income: production or value added method, income method or income wise, and expenditure method. Okay. Clear? So this is the chapter. This is the short overview of the chapter. As you all know, I I am actually not explaining the complete chapter. So, if you want to have the detailed or complete chapter, kindly join the foundation batch, which is already ongoing in the Oliveboard app. I am teaching IE, IFS, and PPB in English medium. The batch is available in both the language, bilingual plus English medium. So you can go there and join. And if you have liked the session, whatever I have explained you, kindly like and share the session to the maximum you can. Thank you so much, guys. Till then, take care. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye, guys. Take care. Take care, everyone.